everybody, I'm Chef Chaya Ryvka from thelivingvision.com with you once again from Living Tree Community Foods, and today we are doing a 4-series video on a maple strawberry parfait. So this is the video number 2. The first video was a wonderful strawberry sauce, and this video is going to be a maple cream. In the background you might hear my son, Hodaya. He's here with us today. So just bear with me if you hear some little baby sounds. He's just sending his love out there too. So let's get started on this vanilla maple cream. It's a really nice, really easy cream. For the way that I'm doing it, you do need a high-speed blender. If you want to try using your regular standard kitchen blender, I'll give you some tips as we go. So what we want to start with here is just 1 cup of purified water. Here we go, cup of purified water. And I'm going to be adding 3/4 of a cup of dried cashews. Now the trick, if you're using a standard home blender, that you really want to do is to soak your cashews first. And you would do that by putting it in twice the amount of water and letting it soak overnight. And then you're going to rinse them really well before you use them for your recipe. That way they'll be quite a bit softer and more likely to break down further. You would still probably not get a completely silky smooth whipped cream, but it will be smoother than it would be if you tried to just blend dried cashews in a standard blender. So we've got our 3/4 cup cashews. I'm also adding, that's Hodaya giving his approval. I'm also going to be adding a 1/4 cup of hemp seeds. Yes, buddy. And both hemp seeds and cashews are available through Living Tree online. They've got the best of the best products. Now I'm also going to add to this some of Living Tree Community Foods vanilla powder. So I'm just going to add a teaspoon of the vanilla powder. And I'll also be adding just about a 1/2 teaspoon of some sea salt. If you want to start with less, you can start with a little bit less and then taste it as you go, but the salt really helps to balance all the flavors, and it gives a pop to your desserts. Okay, so next up is our maple syrup, which is what makes this a maple cream. And I will be adding 7 tablespoons of the maple syrup. So there's our 7 tablespoons of maple syrup. Okay. And what I want to do is just get all of these ingredients blended and the cashews broken down, and then we're going to add a little coconut oil that will help to create the thickness that we're looking for once it has set up. So let's start blending. Okay, introducing my son. This is Hodaya. And he's decided that he really wants to join in the party up here. So I'm going to wear him. He's a little sleepy. He might fall asleep while I'm working. Okay, so we've got that blended. You want to make sure that the hemp seeds and the cashews have completely broken down. And the next thing you're going to do is add some melted coconut oil. See the coconut oil, Bubba? So this is Living Tree's extra virgin coconut oil, and to melt that you can either stick it in your dehydrator if you really want to make sure that it doesn't go above 110 or 115 degrees, and that might take a few hours to melt, or maybe an hour in the jar, or you can just heat up some water on the stove in a pot and then turn off the flame, turn off the heat source, and stick the whole jar in there, and it should melt in about half an hour. And so I melted mine a couple hours ago already, and it's still mostly melted. So you'll see it's not completely clear, but it is mostly melted, which is perfect. And what I'm going to add here is a half cup plus 2 tablespoons, which is 10 tablespoons altogether. This is a great little tool here. It's the metric Wonder Cup, and it has cup measurements as well as fluid ounces, tablespoons, teaspoons. So I can measure out my half cup and then go up to 2 more tablespoons and really get a sense of converting measurements. It's awesome. Okay, so there's our oil. And we will add this in and get it incorporated. And we will blend once again. Here we go. Okay, Hody says it's done. Let's check it out. Yes. You want to hold on to that? No? Okay. So at this point, what you should do is just give it a little taste test and look for a couple different things. One, you want to look for the flavor to be fabulous, absolutely wonderful. So good that you just want to eat more and more. And if it's not quite there, add another pinch of salt. Okay. And that will really take it to the next level. But this is perfect for today. And the other thing that you're looking for is the texture. Ideally, if you're using a high-speed blender, you want to blend it long enough so you don't feel any type of sandiness on your tongue whatsoever. It should be really smooth and really silky. If you're using a household blender, it might have a little bit of graininess to it, and it still will be delicious and set up perfectly. So now what I want to do is take a vessel, like this Pyrex bowl, and just pour your liquid cream into your bowl. And now you'll stick this in your refrigerator and let it set up overnight. It will take some time to set up, so do this in advance. Do this the day before. And just let it set up nice and slow. If you happen to do it at the last minute or want this cream to set up more quickly, take a wider based container, like a cake pan or something like that. Metal will cool down more quickly too, which will help. And pour that into a wide based container and stick it in your freezer. It should set up within an hour to 2 hours, but it might set up unevenly as well, so you have to make sure that you're stirring it. And then give it a little time in the fridge after that. This cream can be used in general for strawberries and cream, or for a maple cream pie, or for a maple cream frosting. Really anything that you can come up with in your mind. It's a whipped cream that is just delicious and completely vegan and raw and creamy and luscious and wonderful. So thanks for joining us today. Stay tuned for our vanilla shortbread crumble coming up in the next video. And Chef Chaya Ryvka from thelivingvision.com here with Living Tree Community Foods, signing off for today. Thanks for joining us.